So, following this thought, I say that we define this simple element. The first one is change. Change. Everything changed very quickly today, and everything is moving faster than in the past. Also, the city must follow this, and the change is through two different points: social change, we live every day, and technical. On the technical, we can do our best to use technologies, to use also what our memory gave us in the past, and what is important for the evolution of the buildings. And then we have to be able to follow the change that is on a social point of view. So, cities are growing and changing. Cities are multi-layer elements done during the history, step by step change. And as we was talking before, the old city are growing step by step on the old one. So it's a continuous changement for this kind of element. The second point is tradition and modernity. Especially in our old continent, we saw a lot of old buildings. But also for the future, we have to maintain some of them, the historical building, we have to maintain, to refurbish, maybe to change their function, because the time is changing. Some buildings in Italy were designed as for school 200 years ago. Today, are not able to support the evolution of the learning programs. So maybe we have to use it in a different way, maybe as a museum, as retail spaces. So, but we have to take in our mind also the evolution and of the techniques. So a mix between modern and traditional element about what was the past and what is the future, what is the vision of the next activities inside the buildings. Third is a functional mix. Functional mix. There are some architects here. In the 50s, an important architect wasn't really an architect, but everybody knows that he's an architect. Le Corbusier said that the new way to design city was a way having different functions split around the territory. So this modern theories was followed, especially in the new growing country. And this, in my mind, but not only in my mind, caused a lot of troubles. All the people must commute from the residential area to the office area, spending time, losing time, producing pollution, and what else? We have an office in Beijing, and two ladies that are working with us spend more than 3 hours per day from their houses to the office. Can you imagine? 8 hours working, 6 hours traveling. It's impressive, especially for us living in a small country. We can move very fast. But the new cities has to maintain in their mind this element. Then, so we have to come back in our traditional way to use the city, where the functions were together. In the past, the people used to stay, to produce their goods, to live, and to sell their goods in the same place. Also in in Asia. I remember when I arrived in Beijing, there were Yutong. Yutong is a classical, typical small element that could be able to mix all the functions. Also in our country we have this solution. In the new project you have to think that this is a must. For example, this picture represents a small village. This is our vision inside a city. It's a city of Uludao. It's north part of China, 3 million inhabitants. They call small city, third-tier city. Is the double of Milan. But so the idea, you see, is a huge project for our standard, about 1.5 million square meter. And they asked us, the developer asked us, residential. This is only residential area. But we forced in our project to have a different vision, having on the first floors, all around the 4 blocks, retail activity, small stores, bar, and also some shopping streets. Above, on the top, gardens. Inside the building, gardens, where the people can stay, they can enjoy, they can live better. And then different functions, residential, of course, but also offices, hotel, sport facilities, cultural places, playgrounds. We were facing the sea, and so we have to enjoy about the view and about the place. The fourth is transportation. So we have to remember that a sustainable city should clearly distinguish between the different transport systems. We have to push for walkable space, as it was in the previous picture. The people can move walking around. Then you have to push for public transportation, increasing them and find the right relationship between the public and the pedestrian and cycling space. You can reduce the private traffic, the traffic jam, and you can reduce, of course, the pollution and all the bad elements that stay related to the transport. So when you start defining a new city, but also if you have to plan on an existing one, you have to think about these important issues. The fifth element is social interaction. I said also before, we are human, we need to talk each the other, to meet each the other. We have to interact between us. So how it was in the past around the plaza, around the square, we have to organize the city, having all the different functions, but increasing the place where to meet, the small bars, the stores, and the place that could be able to promote interaction between the people. And this is one of the most important elements that the cities needs today, especially the growing cities. Today, architecture, most of the time, push more on the iconic elements, on the fashionable elements, than the efficiency and flexibility, and what is important, the culture and the leisure inside the project for the people. So we have to remember also that we have to live the space that the architect designed. I'm an architect, so sometimes I know myself very well. We used to move designing for ourselves. So this, the meaning also, less ego, is really important for us. The sixth element was eco-density. Eco-density, that means we have to preserve the land. We have to consider that we are growing a lot. Last year we touched 7 billion. We spent 2,000 years to arrive at 7 billion. Then for the next 2 billion, only 20 years. So we have to consider growing, we can preserve the land, but growing, we have also to think to create green space, to leave space down in the city in order to let the people see the sun and not close the vision. But according on the local habits, you know, maybe in Italy or in Europe we cannot have 100 building 1 meter high, because it's not our habit, it's not our culture. But going up could be having building with 10 stories instead 4, instead 5. So it's according on the local habits. Sustainable buildings, I think that the approach is from the first step, but also each building must be designed having all the specs, all the items that could be important to define a green building. So, I mean, use of natural elements like sun, air, and the orientation, the size, the dimension, and all the elements that can help the building to maintain, to preserve the energy, and to save energy during the maintenance and the life of the building. The eighth point is bioclimatic and bioenergetic design. And I said that today there are a cultural, I say, point of view on designing green, using the natural element. W-E, SEWE design, that means sun, air, water, earth, means we take care about what the nature offers us, how it was in the past. We can design using this natural element. Then, very quickly, otherwise we spend all the time telling you about the book, and also we have to remember what is locally possible to use. Before, in the project that we saw, we were on the sea, so the wind is a constant wind every day from the same point. The sun, they are around the sea, so they can see the sun. We can use it. And the ground, we can produce energy using geothermal power and the groundwater. Then the ninth point is integrated design. Today, as I told you, we cannot think that an architect alone can design a building or an urban development. You need a teamwork, where the most important element is the inhabitants. So all the development must start from the inhabitants, from what they need really, and then involving all the technical stuff together, we can define the new master plan. Quindi working together is what we used to say, what we do, and what we try attract also the attention of the municipality, of the public sector, in order to give more effort to this strategy. Then quality. Quality is the last but not least, important items for architects, for designers, for everybody, and quality in two points of view: quality on the technical, material and regulatory point of view, but also as a value perceived by the people that will live the space that we have. So quality means also maintaining existing building, preserving them, and using them during the year and during the time. So these are mainly the items that we touched in the book, and in order to promote better life inside our city.